Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully everything works today and I don't have to restart my computer 50 times. My name is Alckemy. Welcome to the channel. I imagine that most of you probably already know who I am, but if you're just stepping in by chance, hello, welcome, and enjoy your stay. Yeah, I kind of just want to get the ball rolling, to be honest. Usually I try to wait, 5 to 10 minutes before I start doing stuff, but I think that I kind of just want to jump in and start trying to handle an idea. And something that I've been thinking about a lot lately is trying to figure out how to incorporate some of these glitch textures or glitch rhythms or whatever that I do into something that has more of a halftime feel. So today I think that I'm going to start my usual process about how I come about sounds and start to think of maybe a drum pattern or something and then switch it up and try to create like a B section that goes into something that is a little bit more of like a laid back West Coast feel. Kind of ironic that I'm from the West Coast and it's taken me this long to figure this stuff out, but I think that we're on the right track and I'm going to try to ride that as long as we can. And yeah, if anybody has any questions along the way, feel free to ask. And let's jump in. I think I'm going to do 32, maybe 16 bars. Coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. I love me some coffee. Alright, see if we got anything cool. Cool. Good enough. Let's throw this in here. Actually, I wish that I could. What you working on today, bro? I'm getting ready to start a tune, I think. So, welcome. I don't recognize you or haven't seen you here before, but hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think today I'm gonna work on just getting something together and getting an idea. And we're kind of starting from scratch, sort of. I made this patch yesterday, which is just a generator thing. If you have seen these videos that I have online about how to make these, this one seemed pretty cool. lots of cool movement and stuff. So I've kind of just taken just recorded some of that out and stretched it out, and then now I'm getting ready to throw this into a granular synth and find some other cool cuts that I might be able to steal. So let's do that. Throw that in here, instrument. I think one thing that I'm going to try to do as well, because I don't know whether or not a granular synth does this, but I'm going to actually try to make sure that this is in mono on the low end. Love it. By the way. Hey man, how's it going? How art thou? Alright, that's cool. Lots of good stuff. Let's throw a limiter on the master. Something is in my eye. Me eye. Cool, lots of good stuff. I found that, like, if you actually stretch this out by quite a bit, well, I almost want to say that the more that you stretch this out, the more liberal you can be with sweeping this. And the reason why is because, like, the waveform is slowed down by such a large amount, right? So what happens is once you, like, move this across, then it almost starts to sound like the original sound. You ever try Substance by Output? Yeah, well, no, I haven't, to be honest. But I have tried Signal, I've tried Rev, I have Portal. What else do I have from Output? I have Movement, and the only product that I actually like from them is Portal. All those other ones are kind of meh for me, but I think that it just doesn't coincide with my kind of music. Hey Chris, what's going on? Yeah, so this sounds pretty cool. Let's put a glue compressor on this just to, like, try to control this just a little bit more. And the reason why is because whenever we throw this into a multi-sample, like, it's gonna, like, turn the volume down again and again and again. So I'm gonna try to be mindful of that. But now that we have that, we can group this and grab that and turn this into a thing. Does Bitwig not have a native granulator? What are you talking about? That's what this is. And I'd argue, in fact, that Bitwig's native granular synth is better than all the other ones, to be honest. I named this Rikukul, which means Risukul. Yeah, this is one of, like, honestly, Bitwig's granular synth is one of the best I've ever used. It's so easy, and so, like, there's so much that you can do with it because it's integrated and because it's quote-unquote modular. Do I have any regrets about switching to Bitwig? I'm thinking about making the switch. Yeah, I wouldn't say regrets. Like, the one thing that I miss from Ableton... Hey, Wiggles. The one thing... Well, I miss two things from Ableton. I miss the saturator, and I miss Simpler. And those are pretty much the only things that I'm like, man, those are some killer features that I really freaking miss. Everything else, I've kind of found a workaround. You might miss the glue compressor, but... Cytomic actually made the glue compressor for Ableton, and the guy has a standalone product that you can get from there. So it's an extra investment, but I think that it was worth it. I'm like, if I have a glue compressor, I'm good. That's all I need. All right, let's actually record some stuff maybe and stop dilly-dallying. Dilly-dallying. You ever died, dang old Kango, man? You over here jumping on their holly wobblies. I have the glue already? Oh, then yeah, I don't really feel like... Well, you know, it also depends on like what kind of music you like too, right? Because Ableton might cater towards specific things. Like, I feel... Or are you switching from Ableton? I guess that would be the first question. I like Bitwig because of how sound design friendly it is and how much it encourages experimentation for things. And I've kind of like found myself in Bitwig, to be honest, with like generating randomized things and like setting up cool parameters and all that. And I love it, man. I cannot see myself going back. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to walk and chew bubblegum. Yeah, I use Ableton right now. Well, Ableton is great too, you know, and I still own Ableton. It's right there. But yeah, like there's definitely pros and cons and stuff. I don't think that my chat commands are working right now. Hold on, I'm gonna do a quick switch over. Let's see if that activated it. Well, I'm trying to walk and chew bubblegum. When this decides to work, but I paid $7.50 for it's hard to justify the switch. Yeah, I feel you. This may or may not work. Nope. Doesn't work. There's a chat. Oh, it does work. Look at that. Hey, there you go. So I have a video on why I switched from Bitwig to, or from Ableton to Bitwig. So, oh, finally got my name fix on here. Yo, Juicebox, who were you before? Did I thank you for... Did I thank you for subbing, or did you have a different name on YouTube? If you're a new member, thank you so much. Hey, Chris, it's good. Everybody's here. Almost everyone's here. Okay. Oh, hi, Chris. I had my government name. Gotcha. It's killing me. Mad Zach, isn't he that dude that works on Ableton stuff a lot? I'm not getting as much cool stuff as I'd like to out of this. Him and Eunice work together a lot? Oh, sick. Dude, I've been listening to Eunice like nonstop the past few days. I haven't really heard any of Manzak's music since he used to do like a lot of those performing things on live, but I'd be happy to take a listen to him sometime later. Yeah, that freaking man, what is that album that I don't know. Eunice has come out with an album somewhat recently, and I've been just banging that to hell, annoying the hell out of my brother with that tune or with those tunes because they're just so good. All right, so now I'm going to perform some wizardry. I don't know what that just did, but okay. Slice to multi-sample again. Oh, I must have hit cancel. Or not. For Ableton is doing my box in, to be honest. CPU is always 60-80% chopping away. Meh, might join you guys on Bitwig soon. Yo, I had to tell you though that I think that Ableton is a little bit more optimized than Bitwig as far as plugins go. So that might be something to consider. I think that I'm also running into a bug here because this is not working. Hello? Yeah. What's the dealio here? Okay, everything is working with the bounce, so let's try this again. I'm not really worried. Like, this is really easy to do. Uh-oh. Okay. Bitwig's not having a good time. I don't think that it's Bitwig's fault. I think that it's Apple's fault. I recently updated my computer, and it's just like every time Apple updates, something always goes wrong. Always goes wrong. It makes me upset. So I don't even care about that, to be honest. I keep hearing it's far better. I do use a lot of third parties though, so yeah, maybe rethink that. So what you can do is the demo has an unlimited like time. Like you can demo as much as you want and it's all the features. The only thing that you can't do is you can't bounce or you can't bounce and you can't export anything. But it will give you everything. So you might want to like, dude, I update my Mac now and I can't use it. Yeah, dude, fucking it's some shit. Okay, let's try this again. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I would demo it and see if it's more or less better on your CPU, but also like get a feel for the workflow and like feel free to ask me or anybody else that uses Bitwig questions. Polarity is also really knowledgeable on Bitwig. Venus Theory is really knowledgeable. I don't know how busy they are, but I usually like answering questions regarding Bitwig. What were we doing? Pod Racer, right? Okay, I think this time I'm just gonna bounce out 32 bars instead. LOL. Lapple. Lapple. Apple? More like crapple. Okay. Is it still working? Okay, just making sure. Okay, let's bounce that, see if that works. Hey, it works. So how's everybody doing today? What are you guys up to? Actually, what's going on in your guys' musical endeavors? Who's working on music? Who's working on albums? Who's doing some cool stuff? One thing to bear in mind when it comes to plugins with multi-thread core support is better on Bitwig, single core performance is better on Ableton. I didn't actually know that. I almost want to say that I almost want to say that it's the opposite though that is on Windows. Also, hi Akibo. Have at you! I am the lord of this castle. I don't know who you are, but thank you so much for throwing that at me. I think I'm the only person who got that. Okay, so let's just do this one time. Let's see if this will actually work this time. I'm a Windows guy for main rig. I'll demo and see if it helps. I'm just told it's less buggy. Thanks, guys. I think that, like, I think you're right in that I have a test coming up in 20. Good luck. I'll be here. I want to say that that it does tend to crash less than Ableton. Granted, I've been on the beta forever, and I keep updating the beta as opposed to just using like a solid version. But Bitwig has the opportunity to like sandbox plugins, so if a plugin crashes, it won't crash your whole thing. It'll just crash within itself, and then you can just re-upload that. But you know, every program has its bugs. This crash that I just closed the program on it is incredibly rare, but it's not that it doesn't happen at all, right? So it is something to kind of be mindful about. Okay, hopefully this edition is a little cooler. But I knew that something was wrong when I turned this group off and it was still playing, so... Okay, this sounds way cooler anyways. I think I'm gonna have some help here, to be honest. So I'm gonna grab a randomizer. And this is, like I said, this is just one of the coolest things about Bitwig, is the fact that like I can rely on modulators to help me build variation when I'm trying to find stuff like this. And this is like perfect for granular synthesis, because now that this is here, I can focus just on turning one knob. And this theoretically should move. Cool, lots of metal in there. I like metal. Not that kind of metal, but I like metal textures. So now we should have a little bit better of a time bouncing something out. And we'll set this to loop, Command L. And yeah, I love Bitwig, guys, but it's not perfect by any means. It's just, I think that like, I think it just works for me, and that's why I'm so adamant about it. Then I can always just turn this off. Hey man, did you get enough sleep? No, but I'm happy to be here. Oh shit. Okay. Sorry, I got carried away there. So yeah, now that we have that, we can hopefully try this again and go slice to multi-sample. I probably should create a keyboard shortcut for this at some point, but we can set this to half bars, and we've got awesome 128 slices. Yo, Juicebox, thanks for subscribing. What? You remember, but you weren't subscribed? Thanks. So yeah, now we've got some cuts. Nice, okay. Let's go ahead and go here and grab a Pro L. And then we're going to do the most unholy thing that you've ever heard of in your life. Which is, actually I'm going to wait to do that. But now I'm going to throw all this in here and throw this into group 1. Okay. Call that recycle. Make it black. This one is usually white. Or off gray, sorry. Oh, that's my Twitch? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I kind of moved from Twitch to YouTube. And honestly, the biggest reason why, guys, is because I have 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I've got like 300 followers on Twitch. So, I don't know. It's kind of like, well, I think that that's a much better. I think that I have a much better target audience reach here on YouTube. But also, I got banned, or not banned, but I got kicked out from Twitch for like a week because I lost or I failed a 2-factor authentication, and so it kicked me out of my account, and that was just a nightmare to get back. So I had to make another account to hang out on all the other producer streams called I'm Totally Not Alckemy, and that was an endeavor. Cool, so there's lots of cool stuff in here, and like one cool thing too is if I wanted to, I can actually set these little slices and stuff to kind of play with the texture mode. But the problem is that that's going to create randomization, so that's just something to keep in mind. But yeah, let's go ahead and make some drums now. Yeah, I think I'm going to pull up kick 2. And we're going to make a doof. Because I like doofs. That's kind of nice and convenient. I'm glad that I like have these default presets and stuff saved, because that makes things a lot easier for me. Nice, okay. So let's go in here. I don't want to touch that, I forgot. Let's go just a little bit. A little bit more here, maybe a little bit of distortion. Then pitch envelope. Okay, that's a good place to start. Let's grab saturator now. Sounds good to me. Let's grab a frequency shifter. Hey, I grabbed the right one this time. We'll come back to that in a second. And we'll grab an EQ. Nice. Let's duplicate that, and then on this one we're going to remove this because otherwise it's going to make it too boomy. We might not actually need that. I still want a little bit of this click here, but not a lot. Nice, that sounds good. Let's grab a transient shaper. Yep. And grab a glue compressor. Try to even it out. Hey, get away from my coffee. Get away from my coffee. Okay, now we got a soft clipper. Oh, G-clip. Do any of you guys use a different clipper than G-clip or V-clip? Don't they usually cut drums around 500 hertz? I saw you boosting it. Who's they? I mean, perhaps. No, that's a cut around 500. Free clip. I think that's what I meant to say, right? I think that's what V-clip is. Free clip. I think I actually have that. T-Rex clipper is also good. Nice. So yeah, clipping is great. They equals producers. Depends on the genre, depends on the kind of kick that you want to shape. But if you want to talk about kicks, sometimes right here you can get a little bit more of a boxy feel. And this also helps me have just a little bit of a knock. But I've also taken out first one. I've also taken out 500 right here. But no, I think that if you want a boxy kick, then there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, you tell me, like, how does this kick sound to you? Does it seem like it's bad by any means? Tell me, is my kick not entertaining enough for you? Because if you were to ask me, I'd say that's a big kick. Oh, sorry, man. Did not see that. That's okay. I like questions. I like questions. Okay, why is this on? Nothing in here should be active or on whatsoever. No, I like this kick so much. Yeah, just pay attention to your kick, you know? That's really what it comes down to. And there's a lot of different ways to shape it. It just depends on like your style of what you want to do with it, right? Like this is still a little long for me, so okay. It works. I usually spend an hour on my drum because I like drums so much. Man, I used to as well. I don't do that anymore. I usually spend about 5 to 10 minutes on drums. These Foley snares are really cool. I think that... I think I want a stick. I might go looking for some sticks later. I actually like this one a lot, so let's process this one and see if we can create something cool out of it. Okay, man, good luck on your test, dude. Yeah, and if anybody has any questions on things at any point in time, feel free to ask. Okay, now let's... Oh my god, he's boosting. He's boosting a fundamental. What is he doing? He's ruining the snare. Okay. Just a little bit more, I think, might be nice. Let's grab a glue. Oh. Okay. It's kind of nice. What do I usually do now? I grab a G-clip. I wonder how you can make a distorted guitar in Faceplant or Serum. Somebody asked me about that last night. Well, they asked me about a bass thing or something, but you take a saw or you take a distorted square and then you throw it through an amp, and then that's pretty much all you have to do. Unfortunately, there's no amp models in Serum or Faceplant, but did I just do my doggo voice when boosting the fundamental? Yeah, I have a lot of dumb accents, I'm sorry. Okay, so we went from... Again, it's always like you can never tell after you get used to hearing it so many times, but we went from that to that. And we can turn that off now. Put that in the recycle bin. Let's grab these. No, that was good. We need more doggo mine voice. Well, my doggo usually doesn't complain about what kind of drums I make. They only complain about when it's feeding time or when it's snack time. Okay, let's grab a grid. Let's go 1/16. Could I actually use any distortion plugins? Sort of. Maybe let's try a septuplet, because I kind of want this to be a little bit further back. And then I'm going to grab a time shift. I mean, yeah, you can add any kind of distortion to it, but I think like the main thing about trying to make it into a guitar or something is trying to get the metallic sound, right? So that's kind of what you're looking for, and sometimes it's hard to emulate just by means of distortion, because it's not the harmonics that you're going to have trouble creating, it's the cabinet. Use an FM sign to make a stringy pluck sound with harmonics help. Yeah. Let's add some kind of clappy thing. But it won't be as good as a dedicated amp sim, right? I agree. Like I said, it's the cabinet or like the box of the amp that I thought that would be cool, but okay. So I'm also going to probably remove some more out of this. I think I'm going to cut right here. And then I'm going to EQ this a little bit too, because they're actually the same volume, but here we go. All right. So now we've got some drums. And then we can kind of start playing with some stuff here. How often do I use mid-side EQ? Not very often. Just depends on the scenario. Let's see what that sounds like. Didn't I set this to half bars? So why is it only playing a single beat of that? D3. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, maybe I set this to 1/4 bars, or... Oh, that's why. Okay, that's why. Alright. That's why that was only playing like that. So now these are totally different. Okay. Now let's break all the rules and do this here, make this a little bit more exciting. Do I play any instruments, or do I have strong knowledge in music theory? I do play a lot of instruments. I have very little knowledge in music theory. You guys might want to turn your speakers down just a little bit. I play guitar, I play piano, I play drums. Have I tried anything else? I play the kazoo. I'm just kidding. Maybe I can create something rhythmic with this. That might be kind of cool. 85. That's, yeah, what I usually make tunes in. 85 or 140. Oh, well, that might explain a lot. Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, what? Okay, this is going to change. Alright, there we go. I was like, why is that not making any sounds? Okay. I know this sounds really lame right now, guys. I'm just kind of messing around with stuff. Okay, so I kind of just wanted to get like a general idea of so like the main thing with this is that I feel like the this is just too consistent for this. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this beat over and kind of have this in mind with maybe what I want to do in the future. But undo. But in order for this to kind of make sense, I think that I need to break this a lot more. So let me just move this somewhere over here, maybe. I'll keep that idea. Have I tried Serato Sampler? I guess it'll be a lot of useful in these scenarios. Yeah, I own Serato Sample. And it is not as useful as I'd like it to be. I do like the fact that like it has a slicer, but I wish that it had different warp modes because it only has one, and it doesn't have a lot of flexibility with finding cuts and stuff. Like I guess you can do like reversing and pitching and stuff, but it's just not. Yeah, it's not as robust as I would like it to be. All right. Boom, cop. Boom. 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 One more. Simpler or Bitwig sampler? I would prefer both, if possible. I would love to have both. That's the one thing that I miss from Ableton is the simpler. Okay, I think that also from this, I'm going to layer this with another. What happened to my camera today? I don't feel like being glamorous today. let's grab this and pull that right there. Okay. All right. Yeah, I know that you were saying like reverb and stuff, but I'll add that later. I'm kind of just focusing on trying to get like a groove and all that. Let's go back there. Kind of cool. There's something not playing well right here though. I need to go back to this to fix that. Okay. Why do I feel like there's no low end in this? Okay, I guess there is, but so now we need a reverse sample. That will work. We can use that here. So I follow the call and response pattern when making these basses. These are just, this is just like textural things, so this isn't even really like bassy whatever. But I don't have anything, I don't have any sub right now in the first place, so I'm kind of just seeing what I can do to kind of, how do I say, to kind of get an idea for maybe something that I might want to do. Like, this is a little bit too shrieky for me right now. Let's see what this sounds like at -12. Okay. Let's see what this sounds like here. No, what I usually do is I leave these like sometimes I'll layer a sub under this, but sometimes during spaces like these, that's where I'll try to look for like maybe adding like a neuro bass or something, right? Like that sounds kind of cool, but it's still not really where I want it to be. I guess I'm caught between this thing of like between wanting to do something that's on the lines of like halftime and wanting to do something that's on the lines of like wanting to be glitchy or whatever. So I probably should have just taken an entire tune and cut that up. And that's kind of like one of those things or one of those drawbacks with doing the randomizer patterns and stuff that I like to do is like sometimes they sound really good and sometimes they don't work out. Like in this case, this isn't working out for me. Um, but that's okay. Like I'm not really upset or worried about it. It's just not really doing it. I had this idea in my head, and then as soon as I got in the DAW, I lost whatever that was. Um, but yeah, I think that part of it is also like me not wanting to do this kind of beat. So I'm just gonna kind of mess around with this and see if I can do something different. Okay, and if that's the case, like, because I kind of like this beat, then I can take a step back and just kind of focus on that, and then I'll develop more of the other, textural things later. Should try submitting an EP to Disciple Records. I submitted to Yuku, and they kindly turned me down. But there is absolutely no salt over that whatsoever. I think that I have a lot of good ideas, but my production just isn't quite up to par on like a quote unquote professional level in regards to labels, and I'm totally okay with that. Totally fine with that. Um, this stuff takes time, you know. And the other thing too is like even if I got on a label, right? Um, what does that mean? You know, does that suddenly make me more credible as a producer or, as something else or what? So, I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to say and it's hard for me to like also be upset over things, if that makes sense. No, dude, your production is so good in my opinion. I appreciate that. Um, but not everybody, yeah, I don't know, it's kind of one of those things. I think that like I'm just happy to make music. Okay, this is sounding a little bit cooler now. This is like my signature thing that I love to do. And I don't know why, maybe it just helps me feel more energetic with my tunes or something, but I don't know, I just like it. Cool. So now, like, maybe I can focus on making something that's a little bit more ghostly. And maybe what I'll do is come out of here and I'll grab a track. Let's just take my last song that I recently put out. Well, not put out, but recently, quote unquote, bounced, because I don't really care. I feel like not a lot of people are exposed to this kind of genre. Maybe this is why you're scared. They're scared to sign you in. I would not have known about this glitch genre if it wasn't for me. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could spend a lifetime trying to figure out why, but for me personally, I also feel like I can hear like my own differences or like my difference of skill between a lot of other producers, right? So, you know, like I can hear the gap. I can hear the quality difference. And it's not really for me to be like, well, oh, dude, I'll never be as good as you guys or whatever, but I don't know. I try not to think about it too much. And also, like, you know, let's say like you do get signed to a label, right? Like, what's the point? What is that going to do for me? Is it going to get me more plays, or is it going to get me more, you know, more streams on Spotify? Like, it's not like I don't know. Okay, hopefully this will be a little bit better. I'm going to try to do this pretty quickly, so bear with me one more time if you don't mind. There you go. All right, one more time. From the top. I'm really disappointed that I'm not getting any kicks in here. There's one. Okay, I think I'm just going to take 32 bars this time and see what that does. Well, it would help you build a really big fan base. Eventually, you can make a living out of touring and production. I just think your production is unique and needs to be out there. Thanks, man. Like I said, you know, Really, like, that's really kind. Um, it's just not for me to decide, though. Yeah. And I think that by like not having an entitled mindset, not saying that's what you're saying that I should do by any means, just in general, I find that by not having confidence is one thing, which I'm totally fine with, but expecting things to happen because I think that I'm at a certain place in music or a certain place or certain status and whatever is not the right mindset to go. Um, so I'm kind of just like, kind of just chilling, to be honest. Kind of just chilling. And of course, like I do want to make a living out of this and stuff, but I honestly feel like the market that's going to be better exploited is like sample packs and all that stuff. And if I can do something like in the music world that will let me continue to make music and focus on that as my primary goal, then I think I'm okay, right? I don't have to be, have the biggest fan base or like, make all of the bangers and stuff, which, would be fun and would be nice, but um yeah, that's all I can do is just keep working on my music and keep working on the YouTube channel and stuff. To be honest, hardly anybody knows me for my music. It's all the YouTube stuff. Okay, here we go. I think this is going to be way cooler. There's something in my eye. Something's in my eye. This would actually be really cool if, now that we have that idea, this actually came up over here, like that. And that was kind of just like a hit right there. And that would also be cool if maybe I can take this kick out. Let's see how far I can take this. Okay, that's cool. Cool. I do think that this could use a bit of saturation. Let's call this Glock. And let's send this to the reverb thing too. And this is just a little quiet compared to the drums, so maybe I will cut that right there. And then grab an FM faux. It's not what I meant to do, but okay. Okay, so what's with the septuplet grid? That a U2 TM thing are never something commonly done. Seen that before, except to get some odd jazzy grooves. So if you want to make halftime really easy, halftime music, do that. Use the septuplet grid, or actually use a combination between all of the grid divisions. And do I digital clip or do I use a limiter? I have probably both. There's a limiter on the master, and then I'll do like the glue stuff as well. Clink, clink, clink. Maybe something like that would be cooler. Sometimes I'll switch to like a fifth or something, but it's just a way to add swing. Sometimes that doesn't work, so we can try a trial. And like, there's something to be said about moving things off grid, but this can kind of just be a guide, right? It can just serve as a guide for trying to add some cool swing or something. And then sometimes, like, once you just kind of have a little bit of a setup, you can just align things up to the kicks. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's kind of what I'm experimenting with today, is like trying to add different elements of swing to this. Within these kinds of grooves that I've been making for a while. Huh, cool. I never try anything other than triplets unless if I'm in a weird polyrhythm jazz signature. I always just turn off the grid and ear it, but it definitely makes sense. Never seen it before. So I didn't even figure this out. I mean, I knew about it, right? I knew about like the whole beat grid divisions and stuff, but yesterday's experiment was, hopefully this doesn't crash my computer, but yesterday's kind of oh my god, kind of experiment, Jesus, was trying to figure out how to get like a halftime groove, right? And so I have like little notes that I wrote to myself and stuff, and the consensus of the whole thing was to make a beat, or like, you know, make your drums in different beat signatures, so, or different time grids, right? So we ended up getting something like did I group all this or did I not? No, I didn't. All right, hold on one sec. Okay. Gold all in my hat. Hat. You guys know that song? Yeah, I'm just gonna play the percussion right here. So like getting that kind of swing feel has always been really difficult for me, but for the most part, everything is on grid. And so because everything is on grid, it's a lot easier to kind of create that feel, right? This kind of laid back West Coast vibe. And like, granted, you know, I totally destroyed the kick and stuff. I don't really care so much, but it's not really what I'm worried about. It was more so just trying to get the right groove. And now that I've kind of found a way to do that, I've been trying to think about how I can do this with some of the elements that I'm used to doing. Because for the most part, whenever I make stuff like this, I usually make it on grid. Get that nice lag, but feels in the pocket. Exactly. And that's been the hardest thing for me personally with swing, right? Is like how to get swing in my drums without it seeming too broken, because I think pocket is a great word for that, but finding the pocket within that has been such a I've had such a hard time with it. I've struggled with it for years, and I still, like, you know, I don't have it mastered by any means. But yesterday was a big, like, oh, okay, well, this sounds a little bit closer to like getting like an Ivy Lab vibe, right? Even though like I wouldn't consider myself anywhere near that. It's just more so like trying to, it's much better than what I do, which is turn off the grid. See, that's what I do. That's what I used to do as well. And like my lo-fi music really speaks in that. And sometimes like it's really hard for me to get that right. Like listen to how broken this is. Like, it sounds okay, but it just doesn't sound as, like, even with this one sounds actually not too bad. Look up the Purdy shuffle if you don't know it. Okay. And then, like, the closest that I've gotten in some of my other tunes have been, like, really slow beats. So, like, lo-fi, granted, is a different beast, a whole different beast for me, but something like this. Like, the swing is there, but the kick and snare are on grid. And what worked out for this is when I made that, actually Purdy, oh, no worries. But what worked out is these glitch cuts gave me the rhythm, and so I was able to just put everything on grid. So it was just kick, snare, boom, cop, boom, cop, boom, cop, boom, cop, boom, boom, cop, boom, cop. And even with that, like, yeah, it's just still, it's a different vibe. So exactly. So it's really on grid, but I can kind of let the glitch cut rhythm kind of take that for me, right? So that's kind of what the whole goal with that is. Thanks for taking the time. Yeah, dude, I like this kind of stuff. I like discussing things because for one, it helps me try to reinforce what I know or what I think I'm learning, but also it opens up opportunities to be like, oh, well, you know, kind of like you said, well, hey, check this out, or, you know, take a look at this. And I'm like, all right, well, you know, maybe there's something that I can see there as well. So, you know, that's kind of what it is. We're all learning together, aren't we? Or at least that's what the goal should be anyways. Okay, this is fucking me up. What? Is this not on grid? No, it's not. That's why that's... Okay. Let's just grab the bar. Command J. Okay, like this almost sounds like it would sound better if these two were reversed. Purdy is basically the master of swinging drums, old school but sexy as fuck. Yeah, like anything like Jay Dilla inspired or, you know, something of those lines, I'm all about. It's just so fucking hard to pull off. Well, hopefully now it won't be so hard to pull off, but it's been a freaking bitch to learn. Okay, maybe I'll switch this one up and try like a different... And then maybe I can do some kind of drum break right here. So like boom, boom. And then maybe it might be cool to switch this up here. I'm tripping. And then pull this towards there. Find a different cut. Dude, off-topic question, but like, how do you install new wavetables in FacePlant? Lol. You go to your folder, you go to kilohertz, then you go all the way down to user wavetables, and then there you go. Yeah, or like if you have FacePlant, like, well, obviously you have to have FacePlant, but you go, or you could just go into FacePlant like this, and then there's a little thing down here that says add location, and then wherever your wavetables are, you can just go and find them. So like I have my whole entire serum table, or all my serum tables right here, so that way I don't have to do that. Okay, stupid. No, it's not a stupid question. So easy fix, or easy troubleshoot. Okay, maybe this would be cool if this was kind of like a pitch down. What am I doing? I want my MPE. God, let's not ever sing that again. Okay. Hey, it was cool when it came out. Amazing video for the time. I want my MTV. Okay, let's switch that up, and we'll do maybe some kind of big neuro bass right there. Insert neuro here. It's the same sound. think right here it would be kind of cool to do just like a sick like boom boom ka ka. Maybe we can do like a bigger snare right here, so maybe I can go like boom 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 boom. We can do like another snare right there and just kind of give this some space. Of some sort. Why do I not use a drum machine? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depends. How do I sidechain this thing? It's already sidechained from the OTT. Doesn't this kind of get unwieldy? No, not at all. It allows me to do cuts on the fly. So like if I wanted to bounce this and like make a variation of this snare or something, right? Let's say I wanted to take this and do something else with it. I can duplicate this and let's say like right here I wanted this to be different. Well, without making a new track, I can kind of push this out a little bit. That's in slice mode. And change the warping of this. And then come in here and do like some cool pitch stuff. Change the format. Like I prefer to work in audio if possible, but sometimes if I just want to write a quick beat or something, then I'll do that. Or sometimes like it's not uncommon for me to take a drum loop. How am I sidechaining using an OTT? Well, what happens is the OTT just kind of pushes everything out of the way. But that last song that I played, Bronner's Dungeon, is also the same case. It doesn't have any sidechaining on it. Like you don't need, honestly, you really don't need to sidechain things. Culprit has been talking about that a lot on his streams, and granted, I've been doing this from, I got this idea of not sidechaining from Wolg, but yeah, you really don't need to do that. It's more so just about being mindful, you know, like sometimes like having a pumping effect isn't always what you want. Sometimes I just want everything to kind of gel, and that's what the OTT does really well. And then something right here would be really cool if it had like a pitch fall. That might be really good. What did this bounce to? Oh, that's unformat, that's why. Okay, maybe I can duplicate this. Grab that here, go slice and place. That's another thing too, is like Oof. Oof. Is like if I want to do like slicing in place, then I find that working in audio is a lot better for that, right? Like this isn't. Let's do, actually I don't have to do that. I can just grab these two and pull those over. Okay. So cantankerous. Dude, you can bounce in place an audio on a MIDI track in Bitwig? That's so tight. Yeah, it's great. It's so good. I love Bitwig. Okay, that's a cool little phrase. Yeah, so like the thing is like if I did sidechain this, which I need to remove some of the transients off of this or whatever and fix some of that stuff. But like, hold on one sec. That's too much. Does T? Dusty? It's Dusty? Okay. Does this genre depend a lot on arrangement? Doesn't everything depend on arrangement? Right? I think like everything is just kind of context, right? It's all about how you contextualize things. For me, I just try to get a groove going and then I try to figure out, excuse me, like what I can do to break it. Okay, I can hear a little bit of a click right there, so let's fix that. I mean, like, and the other thing too is like, because this is so like has so many different noises and distortion and shit, like I don't really worry about mixing so much. It's more so just about being aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. That's what my instructor always used to say. When he would talk about timid, or talk to timid kids, trying to get them to punch each other. Rhythm is usually layering and not so creative and groovy like this. Well, rhythm is still about arrangement, right? Like maybe it's a little bit more straightforward of like boom, ch, pa, chicka, boom, ch, pa. Like that's a feel. But there's still an arrangement with like the structure of the tune. So you know, there's still all that, and like you can do different stuff within rhythm as well. But for glitch music in particular, like what I try to do in my particular style, notice I said try, is hey Korean, Jesus, I'm just gonna call you KJ. Maybe not. I'll think about it. But what I try to do in my particular style is like try to find a mid tempo. It's kind of like this. 80 is fine. And I tried to combine a bunch of different styles of having like slow and fast rhythms together. And if I can pull it off right and have these cool like motions of like slow to fast to slow to fast, or you know, personify the call and response in that way, then it's something that I feel like has a good payoff. Well, it's the tempo too, right? I mean, like, you can still be groovy with rhythm. It's definitely possible. By all means, it's definitely possible. And a lot of times within a lot of rhythm and stuff, they'll have a different section that has like a breakbeat feel or something, right? So it's kind of just like getting to know the genre and seeing like what other things you can play with. 80 to 90 BPM is something I have a lot of fun with because it kind of floats around halftime and drum and bass together with halftime and double time, or I guess halftime and standard, right? Are you actually Korean, Korean Jesus? Yes, he's Korean. Look at his picture. He's totally Korean. Maybe instead of a pitch down, I might want to do a pitch up. And then maybe on the master channel, I'll grab a filter. And not do that. I'll do that. And then right here, I'll turn this off. Like that. Turn it off there. Unprecedented double reverse and it works. Amaze. Jay's coming in here throwing this weird shit again. Okay, I really like this sound. If you watch iDubbbz's video of making Kanye merch, he Googled. And he Googled. What? What the hell talking about this time? Jesus, and when he scrolls down, I'm there. I want to see if I can get away with a cool panning trick or something. Maybe something like that could be cool. And maybe not so here. Something like that. Used to be number 3 Korean. Okay, this needs to be a little bit more dramatic over here. And let's grab this and stretch this out. Maybe not. Undo, 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 undo. Maybe I'll just have something else kind of... Can I send the same whip for the second time with improvements when I do a whip live stream? Yeah, that's fine. Maybe I want to do some other stuff to this too. A phaser. What time is it? 3:37? Oh, can you guys give me, I gotta get up for a second and change my laundry out. Give me 1 sec. Let me just finish up this sound. Flanger. Then I think for this sound in particular, I do like this, but I'm gonna grab a tremolo. Maybe this time I'll turn the tremolo off. Do I use other sample or presets so far? I use a lot of my own stuff. I try to use as much as my own stuff as possible, but I mean, this isn't mine. This isn't mine. I do use a lot of samples. I usually process them though. That's not mine either. Okay, I'm liking this a little bit, at least. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta change my laundry. Hello. Welcome back to the Alchemy Show. I'm your host, Alckemy. And today we will be doing alchemic procedures, showing you the truth. Oh, okay. Hey, Evan. Welcome. Welcome to the Alchemy Show, Evan. I'm your host, Alckemy. Today I will be talking about utter nonsense and pretending like I know things that I really don't. Which is usually how those things go, right? Okay, I do like this. I almost want to come back to this though, because I feel like my mindset is in a completely different place of just wanting to do like glitch breaks and stuff. So maybe one last thing that I'll do is I'll design some kind of base and see if I can use it. Or, I don't know, do I want to do that? No, I want to stay out of sound design right now. Well, I say that, but then I'm getting ready to go do more sound design, but, let's see what this one is. We made this one not too long ago. Are you gonna ignore my Grammy Award-winning joke above? I didn't. I said, oh. Like, oh, in a jokingly disturbed way. So let's bounce some of that out. Okay, let's see if any of that's usable. Some of it seemed kind of cool. Let's also group these and label them blurple. Call this boosh. It's kind of cool. Hmm. Why do I prefer Bitwig filter instead of the kilohertz ones? Most of the time, whenever I pull this up, I just go filter, and then I pull up the first one there. The kilohertz filter is all the way here, but literally the first thing that pops up is there, so I just reach for that. This one's fine. It's not that big of a deal. The other one is fine too. I mean, actually, yeah, I mean, you're right. The kilohertz filter is better by a long shot, but I don't need it to be that complicated. This sounds pretty cool, but oh, something seems off about it. TBH. TBH. Is it autofilter? Hey, Jermaine Leray. Is what autofilter? Yeah, we'll probably need another layer on top of that to make that work, to be honest. So maybe I can find some other kind of... Yes, it is. Yeah, okay. So let's save this. And we'll call this stuff. Because why not? And I kind of want to do more of like a a break thing, I think. I'm feeling like I want to do more glitch cut stuff today. So that's saved, and then I do like this idea, but I don't know, I'm just not feeling that in particular. Back from PT. How's PT, dude? Alright, let's grab a drum loop. Physical therapy. This can work. Cool, man. Good to hear. So in this case, I would slice to a drum machine. And if I really just want like a quick bounce of something, and I just kind of want to get a beat going, then that's kind of what I'll do. Physical therapy, it's like recovery for like people that are physically injured. Or say like, yeah, I'd call it like recovery training. All right. Actually, I need a song. I'm gonna take any song. I don't really care. Ready? And stop. Cool. This one's a good song. Oh, sorry, man. I don't have really good English. It's okay. That's kind of why we're... Okay, so... That sounds pretty cool. We might want to figure out what key this is in. It's an E. Yeah. Okay. So now, let's throw that into here. Try to find some good stuff. Let me just write that out really quick because that's what I'm feeling. Woulda? Yeah, man, that's freaking terrible. Okay. Sorry. I was just trying to write a cool little break. An act of hitting or striking someone. A blow. Is that what that means? Yeah, that's one way to describe it. Okay. So now let's go ahead and find something new to bounce. Bounce. Get ready to bounce. Dun 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 dun. You guys know that tune? I think it's called Insomnia. Okay, this might be pretty cool because I don't know how long this is, but what's the main difference between granular synthesis and wavetables? So a wavetable usually takes a really short sample and kind of does the same thing, to be honest, but the difference is, well, it scans through a sample, right? So they both scan through a sample of like from beginning to end and then have a playback feature based on that. But the difference is that a granular synth chops things into a bunch of different little samples and then kind of pushes them together into one sound, whereas a wavetable only takes the waveform where the playhead is. So what it would, so essentially, like if this was in cycle mode, it would just play this right here as a waveform, or play whatever waveform is on that playhead, where this will actually kind of like do some sporadic like additive engine to it, not as an additive synth, but as in it's adding like a bunch of different grains and kind of like summing those up all together. I think a great way to describe it would be like, have you ever seen like a school of fish? Yeah, that's a great analogy. All right, so a wavetable is like taking a single fish and then kind of looking at the fish. And then a granular synth would be like taking a bunch of those fishes and combining them into one to where they look or like are shaped like a bigger fish, right? That's kind of how I would describe that. That might sound stupid. It makes sense to me. um, I don't know. Sorry. Uh, let's do 1/4. Okay, let's try 1/2. Great. Knockables live. A swarm, right. Yeah, it's kind of a swarm of sound. Wavetable scans waveform with 1 cycle per second, whereas granular synthesis scans through the whole sample any way you want. Yeah. Sort of similar explanation. I kind of want that to be a, I don't know if if it will do it or not. Does this still seem really quiet to you? It's because it is still really quiet. Dude, I gotta sleep. It's pretty late for me. I might pass out if I stay up anymore. Yeah, go to bed, dude. Is this to make an intro? It sounds so cool. No, this is just this is probably working on a main section. Okay, maybe right here it'd be cool to have some kind of... I don't know if I have any cuts or whatever, but it'd be nice to... Oh, you know what I can do is I can just bounce this and bring this to a new channel. and then grab a filter or an EQ or something. And then kind of just let me give this some chorus. What genre would this be? Something kind of like in the IDM region. Okay, that didn't work out, unfortunately, but... Yeah, I kind of just was in the mood to break stuff today, so that's kind of what we're doing. Whoa, what? Nice to see some glitch stuff. You're in the right channel for that. I think I like this better. think I want to work on this one a little bit. Okay, so hey bro, have you checked out UVI's new plugin Shade? Yeah, I've taken a look at it, and it looks okay. I think for people that don't have Ableton or Bitwig, it could be very beneficial and useful, but it doesn't really offer a whole lot that you can't do within the former DAWs that I was talking about. Like, I like that it has like built-in randomizers and stuff. Well, I guess also multipass and phase plant. If you don't have multipass, you don't have phase plant, or you don't have slice EQ, you don't have Bitwig, then I think it's a good buy. Yeah, for someone like me using Logic, yeah, then that totally makes sense. I think that's an excellent buy then. But it is still kind of expensive. Yeah, I'm curious. I haven't taken a look at Logic in a long time. I'm curious as to how that's doing in the sound design department these days. Okay. No. Oh, if you didn't know, by the way, if you push P without caps locks, it will play the tune. That's interesting. These are so cheesy. And loud. Okay, that changed. What the fuck? This is nice. Sorry, I'm trying to just decide what I want to do with this. It's a little bit loud compared to the rest of this, but... And I kind of want to push this over to the side a bit. Space. Insert bass. And then I kind of want to do something creative with this too, because I think that just having that play would kind of be boring, but it goes a bit into build territory. I mean, it's all IDM, right? So. Might be cool to have like the first half of this is kind of like that first riff I played, like. And then maybe on the second half actually play the F riff. Okay, it would be cool if it was something else, but I think I'd have to align this to some of these other hits. Oh, for fuck's sake. playing this time. Good playing this time. Wow. Guys, hold on one second. I gotta grab my brother a towel. Okay. Really dropped the ball on that one. Okay. It sounds off, but okay. Oh, it's because it is. Why does that sound like that? Okay, dogs, what the fuck? Yeah, sounds okay. I guess we took like a musical idea, right, and just kind of wanted to create something of the sort that has some kind of feel to that. I don't really know what I would do with this otherwise. It doesn't really feel like it's usable, or can't really hear anything else that where it wants to go. Raffle? Why raffle? Thanks, Korean Jesus. I think like making some space for this stuff might... Let me see. Making some space for this stuff might help create more of a push and pull that I'm looking for. Text chat sucks, has no context? Am I missing out on chat? Oh, yo, Philip, okay, sorry, dude. You're doing something good here. Here's a subscribe for me. I'm currently watching some of your videos, trying to keep doing what you do. Dude, thanks so much. That didn't even pop up. But other than that, yeah, sometimes like there's two different chats, guys. So if you look up above in the chat window, there's live chat and top chat. And I don't know why sometimes it does that and sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes your guys' things don't pop up. That's so weird. But thanks, Philip. I don't know if you're still here or not, but I appreciate that. But other than that, I don't know what you're talking about, Achi. That would be kind of cool to do like a bounce. That's kind of nice. Yeah. Oh, we should probably save this. We'll call this like melodic glitch. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something to dabble with. I'm not really worried too much about about this. I kind of just wanted to refresh my brain on making some cool glitch stuff that's somewhat tonal. But yeah, any questions? I kind of want, like, see, I like this kind of stuff, but let me guess, high intensity interval training sprints on water. The goal of today is to jump on clouds. Yeah, what was I going to talk about? Yeah, if you guys have any questions, then let me know. But I think for this, it's hard because I want to try to find some way to marry the heaviness that I usually do with this kind of stuff, because this kind of stuff was what I used to do before I went heavy. And that's kind of what I jumped into. But now, within all these other things, I'm really trying to just figure out how to make these dark soundscapes and all that stuff and play some nice melodies over the top or create something interesting. But for me, the reason why I don't like this is because it sounds cheesy as fuck, and I don't like making cheesy music anymore. It's very pixie and shit. I mean, I like the glitch cuts and all that, but it just doesn't, I don't know. Let me listen to this one more time. It's really hard for me to create like dark, like, how do I say, like dark overtones just purely out of harmonic content. Gross. Vocals and more pitched up stuff make it darker? That isn't, I don't know if I agree with that. Yeah, I think the sounds themselves are really just kind of drawn back quite a bit. There's not really a whole lot of distortion on this stuff. Actually, it's fairly clean, other than the OTT. But that's kind of the thing with melodic stuff, is you can't get away with that much distortion without your melodic shit sounding like crap. Whereas with texture, you can blow it to hell and still get cool stuff. Or maybe that's just my personal bias, like getting in the way of my own personal bias, but I don't know. Yeah, so I'm kind of curious, like, imagine if, okay, let's just see what happens if we grab some saturator on this, and maybe a clipper might do nice as well. Cool drums though. Let's try something more menacing and dark. And let's see what this does. This is an interesting experiment, I think, too, because just kind of see how dramatic this changes. Sound sources, of course, are different. Alright, slow down there, Turbo. Okay. So let's take this idea and throw it here. Here we go. Hey, what are you doing? Out, go. Oh, is it feeding time? I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten since you last fed me. Did I fuck with the sink? No. Was it just... Uh-uh. A 100 caterpillars? Whoa, I'll go take a look later. Do a video on turning this into something I like more? Yeah, that's what that's kind of what I'm going to compare this to here in a second. I have just a little bit more heaviness, and let me see. I just want to see the difference. Okay. That is so disgusting. Okay. 52 bars. So now let's slice this to a multi-sample. We'll do half notes. And we'll pull this up here. Let's see if this is any cooler. Yep, it's gonna be cooler. I can already tell. Actually, I'll just take this. Rhythm is already there, so I can just... Yeah. Hey, standard robot? Hmm. Okay, so now that we have this cool little 4-bar loop, Jesus, dude. Um. Okay. Yeah, this sounds way cooler to me already. Way heavier. Okay. So I think right there instead of the dun dun. Okay, so there is a saturator on here, so on these I'm also going to throw just a little bit of saturation as well. Not a lot, just a bit. Alright, so now we can kind of do like some bass things. Okay, and then I think right here, we'll insert a neuro bass. Neuro. Let's color that green just for the fuck of it. Okay. So let's pull up the void bass. See if we can get something cool out of that. So yeah, I mean, like, it's more atonal, but I feel like it has so much more energy to it, and it's so much like, it's way heavier. So how does one try to figure these things out and put something more digestible to that idea, right? Spoiler, you don't. You can, but okay. So now we can turn this off and that's fucking cool. I was just trying to take the first hit. maybe right here I'll find some other kind of... Oh, what the fuck? Come on. That might work. What? Bruh. Bruh. Okay.
Recording to log mode.
Yo, Chris, thanks so much for the sub, dude. Yep. Yeah. You need something? You need something? Did you need me to take you? Okay. Yeah, I can take you. Did you get your keys? Oh, so where's all your other stuff? Okay. Hey guys, I got a semi-emergency, so I'm gonna probably call it today. I might be on later tonight or so. But yeah, everything's fine. I just gotta run my brother somewhere. It's kind of important. But yeah, thanks so much for coming in. I hope that you guys learned something, and probably more than likely film a video because I need to put something up. But much love to you all. Thank you so much for